right. So sorry, we are recording now, but we have all those for each one of our different videos that we have. So you guys can start to use those to send those out. You'll find those in the app, and you will also be able to use those in social media. It's just about new ways of getting out there and getting people's attention. And you can also go in and see all of these when I give you the address where you can go find them. Now, if you are not a part of the Flex Connection in Facebook group, you need to do that because this is where we will be putting all of these things for you to use. It's also a place where you can get great insight and help doing anything. We have amazing moderators that are driving this this group, and I know Corey is pouring a bunch of stuff in there, and every week there's just great content that you can use. Some things that people are finding are very helpful in building their business, just fun ways that they're actually using Ruby. So be a part of Flex Connection. And then the big thing is make sure that your team is inside Flex Connection. They can be in your own group. Make sure they're getting to the Flex Connection as well so that they are up to date as well. Of course, just one more quick update. I won't do this again, but all of our update calls are on Flex Connection as well. So you know that we have our corporate update call. We actually have our Uncommon Movement Opportunity Call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. It's going to be pretty quick tomorrow night, just because we know that everyone's doing their Halloween stuff here in the US, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway because there's people around the world that need to hear it. So we're going to go ahead and take the time to do that. Thursday night, Vision Cast. This is where you get to hear from other people in the field as well. So last week we got to hear from Jennifer Philbrook, who did an amazing job just showing us how she used the Ruby chat to do a lot of stuff. And then we also looked at the modules. We're going to have two new guests on this week. One will actually be doing the compensation plan. The other person will be talking about Ruby and how they integrate that into their life. This is where you bring your prospects and they get to hear it from other people. And it's also a good place for you to come in and just say, hey, this is a good way that people are using it, and I can pick up some of those tips. Now, on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time, we have our Uncommon Movement. This is for men 16 and up, and it's all about being accountable and getting into the program, and it's getting going. This program will kick off on 11/11, and man, it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's just awesome, and we'll kind of go through a little bit more of that real quick today. And then our FlexCast at 10 a.m. Anybody who was on FlexCast this week, just put in some fire if you thought it was great. If you didn't, I don't know, throw some ghosts in. I don't know. But I thought it was really good. I thought we had some good stuff going on this week. And so I always love FlexCast. If you're not going to FlexCast, and I know it's early, but this is what I'll tell you. If you're not there, you need to definitely be watching the videos on YouTube, because this is what makes us separate from so many other things in the marketplace, is that we get the teaching, the training, and the culture so that people can truly understand how to impact other people's lives with Ruby and this business. And they can do that inside of FlexCast. And we do, I think, a pretty good job of keeping it fun and making it happy, and things that you can get your weekend started. I know that I look forward to it at 10 a.m. every single Saturday. And I know Corey loves it as well. And it's hard to make Corey say anything. So Corey, you love it. Just say you love it. I
do. It's my favorite thing.
It is. It's our favorite. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Uncommon, because you start seeing it, you don't really know how it all ties in, don't really understand what it is. So Uncommon is a movement inside of Flex, and it's a men's group. We are going to have a women's group as well. And this is entirely about going out and helping other people get into the Uncommon movement, that 16 age above male, so that they can be put into a group to help them pull away from the herd and get into the upper 1%. And they focus on 5 parts of their lives: health, finances, personal development, accountability, and giving back. So those are the 5 areas that they touch on every Saturday morning. But it's more than that, and you're going to see this come into more of a full body thing around 11/11. It's going to be super awesome. But I can just tell you that right now is a good time to get there and bring some people with you. If they are great and they have amazing stories, then they're able to be great mentors. If they really are looking to have someone mentor them, there's no better place to go and get the billionaires that you don't know to get in touch with you to start building your life. And that's what this is all about. I know Dan's passionate about it. We have Clay Vaughn, who's also super passionate about reaching out and helping people grow. this is a fun place for us to be. And they also will have their own modules placed inside of Ruby so that they can start building on these 5 areas, which when all of us get to use those modules as well. So anyway, know anybody 16 age plus in mail, send them in. Let's get them going, because that is a great time. If you weren't here a couple weeks ago, I just kind of keep pushing this out there. So every single thing that happens in the world of software for the masses, it comes up, it goes down. So sometimes we just want to make sure that you have the ability to check the status. So you can actually do that now by going to Twitter /Ruby status, and you can always check to see where we are. If it's all systems go, it will stay that way. And if there's something that's going down, we'll put something up there with a message and also let you know what stage that is, whether it's in investigation or whether we actually have it and we're fixing it, or if it's down for maintenance or whatever. This will be a place where you can go find that without having to send in a million customer service tickets for us or whatever. So let's talk about the founders. So as of this morning, the update came in that they didn't get everything finished over the weekend. So crypto is still sitting out there waiting for it to hit into the enrollment process. And when it does, I will open it up for the founders to come back in. Those founders will be from now, I think we started it last week until a week after we launched this, so that those countries can actually use it to get going. And I don't know what to tell you besides fingers crossed it's early this week that we have this thing ready to go. The thing with payment processing is it has to be done right. If there's any problems with it, it will cause all of us headaches. And so it's just best to make sure they get it done right. Along with this is all the renewals. The renewals will start working properly. So if you've done a renewal and you don't see your words adding into the existing subscription, it's actually making another subscription. So just put a ticket in, we'll merge it, and we'll get that resolved. But that should be resolved as well this week. And then, of course, upgrades and downgrades, so that you can just click the button and get to those. That is also supposed to be finished this week. So those are bigger parts of the system that makes it run smooth. And the last big one would be a way that when you go into your back office now to click on log into Ruby, you have to go through and you look at your password, and then you log into the login page, then you put that in and get in. That's all gone here this week as well. When you hit log into Ruby, it'll actually push you right into your Ruby account, and you don't have to go through that process anymore. So that will speed things up in the enrollment as well. So we have a couple more announcements that are really important, I think. Number one is we have a huge benefit for everyone that's a brand influencer right now. We're not putting any stipulations on it. I will tell you that when I first launched this 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was going to put a minimum of sponsoring 2 new people, customers or not, to come in to this. But I think right now it's important that we just get as many people as possible to get this power of this. And so for right now, it's free to get in. It's about a $500 value. This is what I was charging to give this to small business owners and medium-sized business owners, when they would be looking for this in the ad agency days. So this is an important thing, that you can learn how to do digital marketing with Ruby, and it's all tied to Ruby. This is not for people who aren't in, a brand influencer, and we'll check those as they start to log in and make sure that they are active and all that good stuff. So this is a $500. Now, I had Valerie was asking me today, can I use this to get people? Absolutely. It's a huge added value, right? So if you're looking at trying to create some added value of somebody, why somebody would want in now and why they would want to get to use Ruby, well, because they get a free ticket to the Navigating Digital Marketing training session that's 2 hours long. It's going to be an amazing thing for them to understand not just Ruby, but understand how digital marketing works. If they're brand new, and it goes from if you were brand new to if you're somewhat familiar with it, you're going to be able to learn something along the way. So 2 ways you can register for this. Go into the address that you see on the screen, or shoot that QR code on your screen. Go there, register. I think we had 121 people scheduled on that. I would love to see 200 people be there. I really don't care. I mean, personally, I don't care. But I think for you guys, this is a huge advantage you can give out to something. I mean, who wouldn't spend $15 to be able to get a $500 value to learn how to do this? And once they get in there, they're going to get hooked. They're going to see, man, this is worth every penny of 15, 25, or $50 a month to get there. And that's what we are trying to do. We always are trying to bring unbelievable value to where you're wanting to go. So, okay, let's talk about all the new tools, right? Who's excited about having some tools out here that we can start to use? I know that this is when I was in the field, and this was the thing that is always missing when a company is first getting going, by the way. This is just the last piece that gets pushed out, which as a distributor, I was always like, give me tools, give me tools, give me tools. And a lot of times I'd go build my own. I know a lot of people here have been building their own or figuring out their own way to do the demos or do whatever, and cutting up little bits and pieces of this and that. So we understand, and this is to the point now where we can start to focus on a little bit more of the building process, and we're starting to figure that out. How's the best way to explain the comp plan? How's the best way to give it to you so you guys can explain it and keep it simple? So here are the tools that are coming your way. One, a compensation plan video that is about 7 minutes long. It's going to go into detail about not all of it, but how to get started, how to make your money coming in, and then how to compound that with a little bit of vision so that they can see that there's more than just, $4 or $5. There's a bigger vision for that. Along with that will come the PowerPoint that we're using to create the video so you guys can do this yourself. I know for me, I always love to be the one teaching and training because when it comes from me, number one, I was learning faster that way. But number two, I was able to pour into people, and I know that they have questions. And sometimes they won't ask that during the video, but they'll definitely ask that when I'm presenting it to them. And so I like to do a presentation and answer those along the way. Now, we also have the new product teaser videos. So we have one for Ghost, we have one for Personify, we have one for Spy, and we have one for Extract. Extract will not be released until we get Extract pushed out. And so those three will be initially pushed out to you. And then we also have this new Sizzle Ruby video that's 3 minutes long. It's going through exactly what you need to do to get understanding all of Ruby in a very short amount of time. Very high level, talking a little bit about what it is. Looks good. It's going to be something that you guys can use to do a lot of intros with. And then the last one will be a new Ruby overview video that's 10 minutes long. This is also going to be used in the uncommon movement as well. They're putting up a landing page there to help bring that out there to people as well. And this will be the 10-minute video for that. So we have 3 other pieces that are coming as well, and they won't be this week, but they will be by 11/11. So you can understand and be a little bit excited about some things that are coming. Number 1 is a new website for myflex.ai, so that we can add number 1 Ghost. 2, we can put in some more content, because when we made that content, it was just a prototype. So now we have the real thing. We can go out and really show how it's going to work. So we're redoing the entire website so that you guys can have something that's great that you can share. And we're also doing a new landing page for the power line so that you guys can have a little bit more information there to get people to go in and make a decision. And we may even take it down to a 2-step funnel where they can go there, they can see a little bit more if they want to, and we can go one more place if we need to give them more information. So all of that, it will be done by 11/11, so you know that that is coming. And of course, the biggest thing I think for me personally is that on 11/11, we have some more tools coming that we've already talked about. But the back office, will be running smooth so that the enrollment process is good. We're working on right now trying to change maybe the way that the flow works in the very beginning. It shouldn't just make you ask, do you want to be a distributor or do you want to be a customer? I don't even know yet. So we're working on getting that changed as well. And so that they can do that on the checkout. So now you're asking me, where can I get these? Right? Everyone's asking that. This will be a big line that'll be pushed out. We're going to do an email tomorrow. We're going to do a post in the Flex Connection. Those are the 2 places, and the app. So those are 3 things that we're going to do tomorrow. That's going to take you to wherever you can go to download these and put them into your tools and things that you use to go and talk about Ruby. And this will be a big boost, I think, for everyone's business to be able to use this. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Saturday FlexCast. So let me just kind of wrap that up a little bit of what we were able to do over the weekend. One, we did a little bit more on funnels. We added a new module in there. It was a funnel strategizer. So it'll give you some strategies for building your funnels out. And so you'll be able to go in and play with that. But we also were able to go through and talk a little bit about ranks and getting those up. And one of the things that we're going to do is a little bit different because of the way that our ranking system works with people who are already in another system with the Epic system. We're going to do stuff based on volume. So we'll have a separate recognition place for groups of teams that are doing, 10,000 volume, people who are doing the 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, million volume. We can start giving even more recognition out. And I can just tell you, I've seen some things that Corey's been designing. It's going to be awesome when we have that. And I can't wait for the days that we can start to get real live events going and we can pin people and see this thing go, because they're cool, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. But we got to flex on a lot of people over the weekend. We have our influencers of the week. So 2 people, Eugenie Bell. Number 1, Eugenie Bell was our DJ of the week. So she got to pick some of the songs that we're using, and she did awesome. So great job on that. If you want to be a part of that, because she got 40,000 words, I think, for that, or something. I can't remember how many words, Corey, but she gets words for that, and then she also was able to get words and credits for being on our influencers of the week. When you bring guests to Thursday night, and we do the opportunity, if you bring in 1 guest, you get 10 credits. If you do 2 guests, you get 20 credits. Bring 3 or more, get 40 credits. And if you bring 5 or more, we will send you a little bit of merch of your choice. So anyway, there's a reason that we want to do that, because we really want to make sure that you guys are able to, do the right things. And in the process of doing the right things, we actually reward you for that. And that's kind of the basis of how we go about building. And then we also had David Eggers. He brought 3 guests Thursday, and super excited about him. He's also on the opportunity for all of it this week. I mean, just totally engaged in it. It was part of the Uncommon movement as well. So thank you so much, guys. You did awesome. And then every week we do our profile, our Flex profile. And this week our Flex profile was Tim McFatridge. Tim does an amazing job, but he just is super, super excited, and he did a great job. If you haven't heard from these people, they are all spoke on the videos for FlexCast on YouTube. Go watch them. They had great tidbits and things that they're using their Ruby for and what it's doing for them and people around them. So go listen to that, because this is important for the way that you guys can be a part of it and help build each other up. And so that's on the FlexCast. Make sure that you get there. So one of the things that I will do this week, because it is Flexoween, right? So we got to do something for that. We got to get some candy out for it. So I'm going to do credits, and I'm going to do credits because most people have a lot of words right now that we've been engaging in. But credits go by quick when you're doing it for Spy and for Ghost. So I am going to put credits out. And this is the way it's going to work. So tomorrow we have an opportunity call. If someone comes there, just because it's Halloween, I'm going to double them up. So you're going to get 20, 40, or 80, 20, 40, 80 by bringing a guest to the 16 and over men group Uncommon opportunity tomorrow night. Again, super fast. We'll do it probably in 15 to 20 minutes so that people can get in and out and make that something that is great for those people to come in. And then you get something as well. And then on Thursday, I'm going to leave those the same for 10, 20, 40. But I'm going to add 10,000 words, 20,000 words, and 40,000 words to go with it. And so there's a reason for you to bring them. I'll double it up, do credits and words on the Thursday night Vision Cast. And then I'm going to do one more, just because we have Eugenie telling me that it's Saturday is Flexoween in her part of the world, and New Zealand and Australia. So here's the deal. On Saturday morning, I know that we have FlexCast. It's early, but if you are there on Saturday morning, I will give you guys all 20 credits for being there. So it's another reason just for being there and showing up. but you got to be there when it starts. You can't come in halfway through it or 2 minutes late. You got to be there before it starts, so that way we can get those cut off and I can get those words in there to you. So that is everything. I know that Corey has been really begging me to play this for you. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I think that it's something that you all need, just because we're having a lot of fun here. So anyway, enjoy this and have a great week. We will see you maybe tomorrow night. And here you go, Corey. It's just for you.
I was working in the lab late one night. My eyes beheld an eerie sight. And my monster from his slab began to rise. And suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.